Facebook no DJ Kwaku Slim on Facebook, ABN Radio 1 and our street is watching and I'll bet me to comment no abani akenka odwumadi so e de ama oborem wo YouTube na MYBET.AFRICA TV, MYBET.AFRICA TV and also so yes stream dwumadi no e de afa e de aba and our radio ni online radio no MYBET radio no ahye so etimi e de ama e de aseda MYBET.AFRICA also nya twa obedi udi so a yebetua eno e betting campaign a yaje o matum weekend we amanfo bebre and the first ka udi so ani asend no message be ma wa first ka utwa o shop so a eno anta utwa ya odo slip coin ani etua usika e de amount consistency I do on my bet for very long time since I started say you pretty wo kromu ano ye di e huni into obia a ode ne ho aboy nim say ye betting campaign o me ye no kwafo a we my bet and the omo maka no etimi e de account retail shops near bie and there are a lot of games about so episode ko twa bet a obetimi abo room no akwa twa bet no na bibia etimi akoso e de ama odi so person ye na phone so a o fa phone na no abomode abo 3Ws no na my bet e de account no register na waba platforms and waba app ne so ye ne alt so a esuche obia alt nti se wonyi ni a wo de maka cho no akwa akohwe no wo de wi a enyoma esiti ensuo ni nipa nkwa se na medical kan wo be no nsuo nko ade a aqua blue mineral water na medi one dance dey ama wi yi wo ye obi a business na person dey a eno na be kan for dey ama se tududo na wo na watimi aton na watimi anyeska wo to bi so akofi na ebusuafo akonoma aqua blue mineral water nsuo na medi one dance here e dey ama list to Atnas Vincent the controversial man so and the money man Benedict ye kabum ne yetimi de dwumadi na e dey ababedi Eric Ten Hag do beti afem HOD na say the only the entire production team I ready ye kabum ne de dwumadi no etimi e dey abraha e hit mixer studio wa hatwa na de dwumadi ni free a ye de bro every Monday to Friday ebra about 12:30 to 2:30 ene yesim konya de agudi mu nsem aboabo no e de ebrontie mo akwa say wa join a ye nyina ye kabum ne yetimi de dwumadi no etimi de aba on the show. Eric Ten Hag is a former Manchester United coach. United for Neja no kwine. Manchester United Eja Eric Ten Hag kwine. Na yebedi nkomani ahwe. Is it going to be a wake up call for Manchester United? And I say United team na nkasa na problem na Ruud van Nistelrooy, who happens to be the assistant coach a former United striker no ono and an interim oma appointing say onye coach in the first game against Leicester City. And the other Ruud van Nistelrooy the other but I know EFL Cup no and the game against Leicester the other but then the first Premier League game will be against Chelsea and also you the way Nioma ABC Ako Barcelona aye Real Madrid won djuma ye pa na ade no tum se na enam kwama aboba na Real Madrid for na nom so me comeback case but we dey amfa Bernabeu Barcelona 4 Real Madrid 0 Assemble and Carlo Ancelotti aka after the game. Na Abraham Papa so a friend Hansi Flick on so Assemble and waka yebedi and so e won komo. Obomura Emuro of France so a near another tough game and e between Olympique Marseille, the classical Olympique Marseille and that is Paris Saint-Germain and also Paris Saint-Germain e kokoye adwuma na bra almost share that is Olympique Marseille 3-0 and this is a game back of course so I don't want some no e betu dwa na goals galore. That is the Italians here between Inter Milan and the team from that is Juventus 4-4 and the scoreline so Etojobefia House of Folk after that impressive performance Omunya in recent times the coach from performance in the team and from baby any goal stars able run Wakra Abesha House of Folk by goal to 0 after half and say a penalty kotoko and when you say against all Basike Holy Stars no it ended 1-1 na eba retia abejafo adwenkyere ewo ho na ya ready well and you must after impressive performance from Brekum Chelsea no ombore mo Samates no Samates ehwo maka ba ko a omantimi ant we any sembe breni akeka bo ma ye de bro e odwumadi so abejafo me won akwa Bambra Sports Arena and awie ejidi so bia ho ye de
yeah
de nyame ase money man and what should be at the Mayana?
Say a Monday, and him said this weekend midweek games were okay. You're 2 year boys in your Shisheni, send your Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll copy next week, dear. You bet me the BBI bread, your chef for a more moon sweet in my face.
It's a son of the body audio casamity. Obo and each time cramming in the upper opportunity. You back me have options in all my bed near the womb to replace that segment now. Yeah, listen, yeah, I don't start it. Baby, episode referee, I'm on it, not any.
Yes, me fan say no pay ya babe 1 hour ago now. News in the Bible say Papa friend Eric Ten Hag, he has been sacked. Yes, we are Man United fan. Obviously, you'll be happy. Say a coach has been sacked. Coach, who found say omrame compete. When to me I compete ama and you ma sack no. So we will go into it. Then the big matches are by saying how they can or call a Italia, Inter versus Juventus. It was a very big game. The results are almost vis-a-vis what Napoli to me so I'll go into it then. Over France so Olympic Marseille na obia nim say omutu no rivalry na wo muntem no so pa tinanko obia nim say with the new coach De Zerbi ohia na performance are what than the years benya a blip defeat against Strasbourg, but then they've shown an impressive performances. And you'd have thought saying a big game like that, they will come to party. Obviously, because of say the big game, a more identity. There was a red card, and in this case, one discipline I would do red card. It will go against you. So obviously, Olympic Marseille, it the red card, and they allow my PSG to me recorded that impressive defeat. One say now I'm about midweek. Ababe lose to Barcelona. I was say I know Oma Trefie PSV NOV number 1-1. So they needed to react after that results. And even that now so much Oma draw before Omu game against Marseille. Now so much draw before Omuba Champions League. Then
I think the league game,
they drew.
Yes.
Yeah,
the league game before they playing the
Champions League. Yes. So they needed to return to winning ways, and it was a game
against Nice.
Yes.
So they drew 1-1 against Nice. Then they came back and won again against Strasbourg before they playing against that is PSV.
PSV. Results now hasn't been the best. It's now they needed to react, and there is no other way reacting than meeting your bitterest rival. And almost to me then my PSG so it was a very disappointing result for Olympic Marseille, especially home. Now do not believe say to me abo Muhammad. My main share Real Madrid and Bobo Kwayefeno Barcelona. It was an El Clasico, and for me, I had no doubt. So I don't know. So now me hear my analysis, and if you paid attention, I said Barcelona will score 2 goals, and almost all me bet I indicated say Barcelona will score 2 goals. I say na me bet na ka say if you look at Tima Papa ye friend no Ancelotti building on show any signs he want to build a team and play certain type of football, brand of football, and untino ebi building on it. From last season, it was basically individual brilliance. We share the first half, then second half. Now, Wabana, with the pressure too, so then, with especially home. But now, I say, your things be honoma. If you allow them to have their way in the first half, you will not come back second half. So, and it was bound to happen. The results no if Lewandowski was clinical on the day, I'm telling you, sir, it could have been a bloodbath. Nanka be more than the 5-0 now. Yeah, Pep the man, Jose Ebra, Omushia back then to 2011. What I say? Because they were playing against a Madrid team who, you know, Metimaka said they were clueless about what they were doing. Because I said, with a lineup now, high line now, Barcelona had the airborne. And yet, Highlander, if you have a fast and pacey wingers like how Madrid did in Mbappe, Vinicius, obviously you would expect that they will punish them. But before you can give the pass to these two players, you need to do certain things. Inti no mema also I ready now yako it also to me check the first one.
Okay, so on our screen, come on, I need you. Just say, "Utio was so fine," but also who the other here join with screen is
yeah. The things Barcelona did right, and Nyama Real Madrid didn't do right. Emma sa resource in to me by. So, Ancelotti started with Andre Lunin, Lucas Vasquez in the captain here, or right back, Eder Militao, Antonio Rudiger. Fela Mendy, then Oban Finfinwa about Jude Bellingham, Federico Valverde, Oriol Chouameni, and Obo Edouard Camavinga, then Obo Kylian Mbappe, and Vinicius Junior. So then Oba Hansi Felix wa Inaki Pena, Jules Koundé, Paul Kubasi, Indigo Martinez, Alejandro Balde, Pedri, Marc Casado, Lamine Yamal, Fermin Lopez, Rafinha, and Lewandowski. So if you look at the lineup, it was similar to the lineup that destroyed Bayern Munich. Barcelona, similar lineup that destroyed Bayern Munich, and it was the same approach. It was what? The same approach. Say we are going to play the high line. People are saying say we, but a quiet one I'm so about high line. No, very crucial. I say. Who share team with the Man City? We are the Obabo high line. But how you what? You break the high line. No? You need certain talent to do that. If you look at a year, Bobo Kwaye Freno, Real Madrid. So you call the first picture. Call the first picture. This is how Real Madrid wanted to build it. How we build it up. So you realize, Omo ebo a year 3-4-2. That was the build up. So we have goalkeeper no any crab no. Then Abrante your friend Militao. I then ejina the far right. Then a year Rudiger so then eben goalkeeper no. Then Abrante your friend Fela Mendy any jina one. Me sure say that screen is where you know this. Then Abrante your friend Chouameni. Then when we say Obija line so. So what Obija line so you want I need Lucas Vasquez.
Okay. Far end one Lucas Vasquez na dey jina. Then Oban Finfi one man. Abrante Camavinga. Chouameni. Abrante your friend Jude Bellingham. And Jude Bellingham, then Valverde, then Obesha, Abrante Yefreno, Mbappe, and Vinicius. Vinicius this is what Barcelona did. Barcelona realizes, say, Real Madrid team anymore, right? They hardly play from the back. Almost playing for the back, you see, offer Chelsea, offer Man City, offer Arsenal. Playing from the back, almost use as a bait. And bait, they want you to press them. And when you press them, they will make sure, they will try and pass the ball. Eddie, two more mobile press or pass here to Mechi. Then the second man, everybody pick a ball. No initiated attack from the midfield to attack. This is what Barcelona did. Almost making sure, almost who say, Abrante Yefreno. Fela Mendy,
or yet too intelligent. So what Omudi Gayan said, they allowed Lewandowski to press a year about a friend Eda Militao. Then Lamy a press a year Rudiger. It will be a goalkeeper in the crab. Then Lamy Yaman making sure say or press it Rudiger. Then Lewandowski a press it Valverde. So I say no. Then watch out. If you want to Chouameni, Femi Lopez, and the Jana Sopampe, also Yaseko, or no Jana Sopampe. Then there is Casado, who is pressing Abrante Ayefreno, and here Kamavinga, two also pressing. Okay. Then Fela Mendy, because of say oil left no. Say Ojebo na Shebebi and a chitre, or the Nechi, I had the original, basically, what facing. A ye goalkeeper no babe passable no face no into ojebola afi no babe trap ball na babe face pool. Then there's Abrante Ayefreno no eye Kunde eye den air pressing into what who aru no ye the air pressing there body so air press with. So if goalkeeper need decide to what to go long, that is long, and then they say or call Ediama Vasquez. There is Vardy Badi, right? Who will press Vasquez because distance, you know, every my ball be delay or claim it before be trapping. You know. Now there is what.
So on your screen when you are watching a chess, man to man marking and pressing. Because here, even if he decide to go long, based on what I'm seeing on the screen, you know, HS Inugu Martinez and Mbappe.
Yes.
Paul Kubasi,
yes,
and Vinicius, then Pedri and Valverde,
yeah,
Baldi and Abrante Ayefreno Lucas, Kunde and Mendy,
yes,
Casado said they all can also make Kamavinga. So no more here pressing
man to man marking, yes. And I know more there, almost so it be difficult to Real Madrid,
okay,
very difficult, and you see, I have say. And I met my guy. This is the game I show say Madrid and to me and replace Abrante Ayefreno Toni Kroos. This is where Toni Kroos will be crucial because Toni Kroos is a press resistor, right? He will make sure say obey Fred ball no. He knows what to do with the ball. I be masa am pressing in because now they needed an intelligent player, right? Send a better intelligent player no better. Ebe making sure say omo press ni na.
Couldn't they have gotten that thing in Luka Modric or Modric come and the ball game where?
You see, I doubt. You see, Toni Kroos and Luka Modric. The difference is that Toni Kroos, eye for pass, and he is very intelligent to the extent say he will make. I don't think it's almost the same. Now, I me believe he say. Madrid and to me a system because you see this type of system no so only Chelsea bosses say you'll be punished
if Barcelona
and Chelsea na Barcelona boss are Barca boss system where they will struggle because you know why here say obi amomu initiate attack we keep ani krabolo Abrante Ayefreno Mbappe agent flat foot the same as Vinicius. This is where Abrante Ayefreno Jackson will be the third man. He will leave ahead the defender because defender no endi nachi. There is nowhere Indigo Martinez say ebane say never say be obi to say Vinicius abam finfin ho ababe created the extra man. There is nowhere Kubasi better because ebane say udi nachi there will be what space eba be da ho no the only answer goalkeeper na den emmo ball no long keke. It will be 1v1 between Mbappe and Indigo Martinez, and Mbappe will speed chain Indigo Martinez, and you don't want a situation whereby Mbappe 1v1. It is what Madrid could have done on the day and they say now was Vinicius here then Eba can fin off only be because he is somebody who can get the ball and dummy and dribble. Obetima dribble Let me what I say. And oba confuse the press because now Casado babies no say why no okwa press no. Uncle press Vinicius and now Uncle Kamavinga. Now there is that extra man. I want to be man unya 1 man to mark that person, and that is what Madrid should have done. And tactically, and no, and now Ancelotti into me because it was obvious that they were struggling. And the occasions are Omutumi beating the press of Barcelona. No, Abia omo the ball to me yesterday or try the ball ma Rudiger, na Rudiger. Edema goalkeeper no bia me fa say goalkeeper no to me ball pass no Edema Abrante Fela Mendy. No more to me beat the first press now. Then Akase Mbappe timing of runs. That is where and also no it was also wrong for coach Efren Ancelotti to stick with Vinicius and Mbappe throughout the match.
Yes, I think say Obekai this message Minya Nyamin Shao pa Gode this weekend. You've shown love to your brother, so Nyamin Shao on that. Okay, on Friday, as within the week, he sent this message about Barcelona. Ni Barcelona match. No say after Barcelona, share Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
On the say highline no more. When they are meeting a club, to say Mbappe ni Vinicius, then he said, the only thing is after the first goal we didn't press. He's talking, but with Madrid, we will press. Don't be worried. We know how to beat them. We needed our spirit back from those who took it from us, and it was always going to be Bayern and Balamasa. We have it now, and we will be at Madrid on Saturday. More than 3 goals. He said this thing.
Yeah, and we
know with the message that he just said, he's listening.
Yeah,
Mamin Chan, he's our other listener. The BOTA.
Yeah.
On him game, nimu pa. Obama and America's also a former student of Asantamai senior into only game now so bono tiase.
Yeah.
Or say we will be at Chelsea. Tell him Chelsea can't do anything. Dynamic in matches. Matches are different. I so Chelsea. Uboni ni say Barcelona team we have a share Chelsea.
That you see also make in contest.
Okay.
So if they try and do the same thing because
maybe they might change their approach.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Because so Oshaya then you call the second picture. Madrid decided to do something. They wanted to change the approach.
So the second image,
yes, the approach is that they didn't do what I was saying. Say, man for man marking. Instead of say, Vinicius, and now the Mbappe, but in this case, I think the Vinicius more dynamic. What I say, obey Mbappe receive ball with the back at Goa, obey me the Daminiade. Let me what I say. While man Vinicius, the extra man. They repeated the same thing. Now, what he did was that and he said, the same thing now. Oh yeah, and look, this time Madrid decided, okay, Barca decided that okay, we will not even press Fela Mendy. It was the second image. Yes, the marking is that you now say, oh, mom on Fabon in family. And watch your image now, a similar image, and a actually say, Abrante Lamy still oppress Rudiger, then Lewandowski so press Fela Mendy. Oba Vivian the same thing, and Omeja Vasquez, and then Fela Mendy so no. My day, Ejano.
Okay.
Fela Mendy so my day. So goalkeeper no, possible no, Ediama, Fela Mendy. Now after possible man, you call the next picture. You see what happened. Well, to me, I then BT Lami Yama because Lami Yama after or realize it's a goalkeeper no the ball no kwa koma we no. Odimrika be presse Abrante aye friend no. Fela Mendy. Now Fela Mendy etumi aden e beat no. Now hwebiem. You see that the options say Obama pass na ko nanim no has been cut.
Okay.
Casado adi eya brante efe no eyechi. Kamavinga echi. Aba be jan line so omo ebra no mo jan finfin no wadi na echi de na aba be jan line so. Now wetumi aden e beat eye Omaka no. Ade a obeye ne say you can only pass the ball back. Untumi nye the embo and high line no. Yam ball ni o player anaje ball na wo say momo ba be run no. Hwe nkofo mienu no. Go no.
Vinicius
Mbappe omu nyina gina offside trap no.
So in the game there was yes a big 12 offside.
Yes.
Madrid here 12
offside. So they wanted to do what we're saying, use the pace of almost 2 players no, just to get a goal, right? But adia oman to me and execute ye ni say obiti press na wie no, you need an intelligent person to hit the ball at the back of these defenders, and that was the problem omunya. So what share ya afi I say Barcelona your emergency okay. Yeah, mamo okay, mo defenders no, mo de mo nkura ball no. Nti won hwe a Abrante e friend of Fela Mendy and the kura ball no. Enye Fela Mendy Eda Militao. Now he is looking at say all ball no dey ato defenders nechi. Or he is looking at all ball no dey ato Barcelona defenders nechi. This is high line, but they are closer to their goalkeeper than Omuja line so.
Okay.
They make an what I say. And Omo boy acquire offside. So it was a game the same thing. Then yanko Barcelona first share. It's yanko the next way. Barcelona
so
first.
There are 4 goals.
Yes, almost first goal no almost share.
Okay.
Then who say? Almost first goal no share no. I will blame Rudiger and Eder Militao. There is no pressure. She say Casado no sa midfielders now no mo. They were doing man marking. They were marking omo we. Now omo nya ball no hwe ba mo hwe baby Real Madrid players ni wo. Hwe Rudiger na ejina eho no. Na hwe Militao. Then omo ba omo nim no. Abrante efe no Vasquez any Fela Mendy hwe ade omo kire. Omo ma ba omo nim no. Full backs ne da so gina baby omu gina. So it's either Eder Militao any Rudiger. They were tactically indisciplined.
Okay.
To step out from their line.
Okay.
Or yes almost set offside trap no. Almost full backs no. They were reluctant.
So but I have say if you are watching it carefully, I think that the 4 and 5 if truly not almost set it offside maybe no almost set offside they can almost they so film but now we are almost play Lewandowski on Mendy and Lucas Vasquez,
and you see a hormone na make say Rudiger mo they were tactically very indisciplined on the day.
Why?
Only way.
Why?
Because you don't need to step out from your line when you have a ball passer. Don't step out from the line. Because you are not too sure, say either the entire back line no
back will join you
or not.
Okay.
Assume you say almost step back. How on earth would Lewandowski get the free will to go and score?
So but why don't you also say why would you then the fullbacks were also not tactically disciplined?
There be I say no. Look at Casada.
They say TF1
the Obama person.
Yes.
The Obama person. Ocean anima there is what? 3 Madrid players.
So the name no your Jude Bellingham, your Valverde, and the other player no the other side no Kamavinga. These are the 3 people who want name direct. Yeah,
Chouameni, Kamavinga na Abrante friend Valverde.
Yes.
They were what? No more day. Omujina baby. Come on. The reason why Barcelona made for that no 8 ball pass and he realized sir defenders not step it out.
So there is space.
There is space. So the only thing I know here and say on to be more ball and fa Chouameni ho. That was the only job na one in some say wo de bobo ne ye den efa for ne ho keke because the ball ne fa ne ho Rudiger any Militao omai they are out of their line. And omo no muma at the end of the year simple because if you look at say when na nya say bia player no face mo directly there are players in front of you. So you assume say they will do the blocking. So more the more and say you only what mark the most dangerous player, and the most dangerous player in this case wasn't Abrante Ayefreno, Pedri, wasn't Abrante Ayefreno, no, there be Brazilian Rafinha.
Yeah.
Baby omuchano danger be any ho.
Okay, so the two of them no. Amunana Pedri and Rafinha.
Yes.
And Adam Militao ni Abrante Rudiger man so be press.
Yes.
Okay.
They make that. But omuno danger be any ho and baby omujina no they are much closer to midfielders no than mo. Okay. So there was no need for you to step out. Think you say be a pass number any of them to face you. Okay. It more press them. So on a tactical discipline and you if remember last season Bayern Munich any Real Madrid. This was the same thing that Bayern Munich did. Obeka Toni Kroos. They stepped out and as Toni Kroos here there. Ebo ball to mama. Abrante Efreno. Vinicius Junior kofa ball ni so under no circumstances and also here there we step it out from you. And if you check all the goals, you realize they were all out of position, especially the two center backs. They were all out of position, and maybe because of time. All the four goals, they were out of position. Okay. But I crowd there, one of the goals, now they were in the half of Barcelona.
So you see, people are saying they changed the game plan on board the first half. That is Barcelona high line on be in the second half.
No,
because first half, now I'm for say, and yet this approach and Madrid they board the first half.
That you see, it is not about any approach you. What they wanted to do, Barcelona and stop you from what they were
doing what they
wanted to do.
Okay.
Omo say, omo ba be there, ba be bobo no ma court Barcelona for some more money. No ma bobo na si omachi. Okay. The Ancelotti every fee ni say they didn't had a player obetimi abo ball no e dey akwa command strikers no. And also be able na Ebeka say Abrante the striker Mbappe no man the ball 90 minutes no was so wrong because Mbappe runs ni na was either as a very lazy approach because as a player rania I was a first thing is wo na kasa no o pace dada. So you don't necessarily have to be even in line with the last man.
Okay.
You just wait. Yamo born into okay.
Because the pace in the
back.
So it was a lazy approach for
him. Lazy. He couldn't adjust. And the same type of runs not all the running. The same throughout. So name one say Ancelotti and to be untrusted the young chaps no more the more bench say Hendrick ne Tekini Adagula so be more opportunity so omo dey omra because after Barca share first goal now I was so say no afi mo ba be chase game now mo ba be chase game no the approach must change and approach best the personnel no also because the only player not all try say or no what the center of the pitcher all try runs and the runs na no no was a very bad one and you needed somebody or no was say and no you cannot blame Mbappe on say oko Paris Saint-Germain from the left side you know what I say so Obenya run bia run from the left side so now playing through the middle has become a problem for him. Messi baby say baby na I was so he was going straight instead of say obefa defenders na nim say no he was rather going straight like this. So because some people say you need to run diagonally in a situation like this. Also running diagonal a very difficult say offside away na yen den encho they make what I say it It was a game I think that Barcelona deserved to win. They were on form. I've said Barcelona, Real Madrid. The earlier they tried to find a proper system and play somewhere the developing system, no. Say Vinicius and Mbappe better the left side. Wow, omuncheho get a solid system. Now they never because on the day cry I was sa midfielders be ready good game we. Now I say because we are not going to beat Barcelona team and normal tiki taka. If you know Hansi Flick, he on both tiki taka, a direct football. So midfield now packing Bebre no or packing Bebre so the Baba heading. Then look at what I say. You needed at least a number 10. No bet to pick the right passes. Say midfielders na ball or bet to Babaji Tisada Gula for instance. Azumi Tisada Gula was playing as a false 9. Mbappe na we na mo na midfield no betuma kwakwa the second man etuma kwaje pass na he's intelligent enough and he can give a very good pass to that is what
I'm sure many Real Madrid fans are feeling disappointed this season with Jude Bellingham performance.
You see Jude Bellingham no the ball now but the only when he say last season no buy Madrid were finding it difficult to score goals, and he was the one who was giving them the goals. But on a bono, or to say way, there is no difference between Jude Bellingham and Mason Mount. They are the same. They are not technically gifted players. They are only hard workers, and they will give their all. And coaches be masem. There is nothing extraordinary about a Jude Bellingham game. I don't know why people were thinking, say, we're arriving at that, and that is the reason why Omoba Euros no, because of Onunti, Southgate failure. Because if you are looking at the technically gifted England players, technically very gifted English players, one Saka, he's very technical, very good because he applies more intelligence on the ball than anything. Because only pace. Need the answer the ball on the manner. Not draining your day. Or you very way. Or be noni madweke. They rely on intelligence. So what the ball na more. You are not expecting noni madweke to be running up and down to say Newcastle.
Gordon.
Anthony Gordon, for instance, direct hard-working winger. Go up and down, be too up and down about my cutting, my ball shot. So blocking the cutting in now. Onishi your baby. What I say? Yeah. Then I brought your friend Kupama. Then Grealish. These are players Foden. Almost technically gifted players. What I say? Obi is a Jadon Sancho. Technically very gifted. When they are on the ball, they can make Mama BBS. So who crab now? What I say? Yeah. But Jude Bellingham mono. Running yet energy yet the air bomb fin. And maybe will be between 18 and boxing one. Yeah. Just they're not Mason Mount here the air. I feel Edu say young go to the next level. The next level then they say, okay, now 1 month our performance with this season. Now young go the next season. Was say to me day. To go the next one. And then the difference between Rashford and Mbappe. So Bekaya at that time, two the rise. I remember saying Man United and Paris Saint-Germain. It was a year Rashford and Mbappe. Their style was the same, but the difference is that Mbappe is technically gifted and Rashford the different academy now the quad my training my ball shot. But to be how do baby also dummy. We obey three. Only the end sisa. No they are no wakoye the wako crosser bonipa and now watraba our ball shot keep a channel na to me to net him. They are not technically what gifted players. It is Jude Bellingham there. Yes, coaches be Obama Madrid be Abemanabo. But he cannot to me mount there not on the cruise here there. So that is the difference. You know what I say? It is the last season where I say Mason Mount the same thing. Your season we were not Chelsea. Free kick in no Bosha mine. And the Lampard, that free kick in no Bosha. But I feel say was say moving to the next level, no. went to me, and then okopim the same thing. Sani Jeme Janas, Satama Jeme Janas Unity, the same thing. He was hardworking workaholic, but to move to the world class status went to me. Dele Ali, the same thing. Ross Barkley, the same thing. They couldn't move to the next stage.
Yeah.
Let me go what I say. Aha. I don't know if say Kupama bet my be an answer on to me. But just the all now. He can dribble, he can score goals, he can give a pass. It is all bobo. Now went to me and say goala. He will give a pass. What I say? And he say, oh, sadie we are now. Oh, bobo na man to me and say goala. At least bet my pass be able to say cool bobo. But you Bellingham the no. Say one Shegola, the oil, people will not pay attention.
Okay.
But he brings a lot of energy, he covers the grounds a lot. He's a very hard working, but I'm not sure say they are going to get in the first season, performance not the more money in terms of goal scoring. I'm not sure say they are going to what they are going to get I think that I'm running to know. My fancy and yeah.
Okay, now my name Eric Ten Hag, but as you are saying, a reaction from you, Eric Ten Hag, United fans, and said,
yeah,
many people are happy about the sack, but I mean, as a sports gen, do you think a good time for them, and what should the United fans expect? And when we are from Root Van.
Okay, so the scorecard in here, my name is Asaka Edebetu Soa, about 85 matches, on your 44 wins. 14 losses, 52 win percent. I'm not sure there is any manager post Ferguson on your win. Mourinho
54, I think.
We were 50, and we were 52.
So now, based on the stats you've put in the screen, so
then we winning 2 trophies. In how many years?
I think the third season.
The third season,
yeah. Kenya bad.
We won the FA Cup against arguably the best team in the
world. Mourinho percentage in I think 58.3.
Only Ghana social
in all competition.
But only Ghana social we winning.
I think the win percentage when I think Premier League. But
in all competition. Okay, win percentage in terms of Premier League. No, need just a difference behind Shada Yenim. Jose Sudi how many years?
Jose the third season on some palm.
Okay.
2 trophies
Okay.
won the Europa League and the FA Cup, and then we had EFL and the FA Cup.
Yeah. So I think that me disappointment in Ten Hag is say he's a project manager. What I say, project managers no. Ebine Klopp, ebine Pep Guardiola, ebine Inter Milan coach no Mancini Enzo Maresca omo project managers Thiago Motta o share the so ye Leverkusen like you they will build a team if you give them time on build the team here then I'm not sure say Hansi Flick here project manager. No, he's resource oriented guy who come and try and get the best out of the players. That is what I say, just to win things. And we just say Thomas Tuchel for instance, Charlie, we need to win things. Almost how the Antonio Conte, we need to win things. But your coaches be with training and build it fundamentals and you build it. We will build on it and start winning something. How I ask Omunyamafa anyhow na ayas bobo no under him. Now we share how bobo Man United. That is where I'm here disappointed in Eric Ten Hag. I feel or they are not to and he was doing things now a year different from what we knew him. There is a coach who visited Pep Guardiola. I was Tatam or Bayern Munich. Now a Utrecht coach. And I asked for because someone a project team. I bet fan Kuran and the amount know about the way improve your when you're the best out of them. It will be Man United, no. That should have been your approach. No matter what, this is the type of players I need. So never say Bia open Frankie de Jong because you believe that Frankie de Jong young. Frankie de Jong can be the controller of your system, how you want to play. Then under no circumstances, and I open Frankie de Jong no way nyana. No akofa Amrabat. Open Frankie de Jong no way nyana. Osima kofa Casemiro. Open Frankie de Jong no way nyana. Osima kofa Sabisa. Then you can what you say.
Yeah, me too.
Your problem. What? Because one, okofa goalkeeper. You so goalkeeper ne there. Or your ball playing goalkeeper. So you needed defenders who can also what? Can also receive the ball and pass. And what about team? No, that's supposed to be your first thing, your first approach. But he wanted to do Pochettino. I mean, here me nyama keke afi season number we no. Afi na me ba be hwe Peter Krama hwe say, okay, what should I do? What DNA was me yen DNA. There be over no. You must bring your what? Your style, because we a tailor. And we a tailor or style here. This is me style because tailor be one unique style or the promoter the man for. It me tailor as a me coach now me tailor no. This is how I want to play my football. It mo kofa goalkeeper we there mami. So mo nya goalkeeper we a. Ya wa another goalkeeper no so ball the ball sa. Mo kokoye den kofa ne mreme. Mo kofa sa defender we fa ne mreme. Sa defenders too we mo fa ne mreme. We mani nje ho. What I say? We mani nje mo ho. Man United mon ton mo. Midfielders we me to me and you so mon ton. Attackers way. This is not how I want to work. I want to play. This is not how I me wingers I was so ball. It's right for the money we no. You put sentiment aside. What I say? No one making sure so what about build the team. Then if you do that and you are not successful, then almost like what you have to. But to buy no. Rashford to me caught the whole 4-5 month uniform. No that we will team the money a man on line up. She will be to say the left back no.
The left
look sure to me Prabe says Salemant or Kofa Malansia Biba or no surprise the whole of last season this season or more ball. What you say? Right back Obaya Osha how Obo now how Aqua style or bonnet baller. One beside a bonnet baller, you sideline him. What I say? It is sometimes you see coaches like Enzo Maresca, Money Pep Guardiola, Money. You better respect your money and say they don't care about your sentiment. I've been given a mandate, and I need to start from day one because I must what implement my ideas and improve on the ideas. And what did he do? Oba and I say, Masa, when I deputy captain, Benchiwo, we are deputy captain, but me Masa and family home. We say. Captains one in one no captain Galaga challenge me system na me bebo no o to me more on fit in regardless of what he did last season. That long term no me ne be sack me because I me do ba be shame na say my system in function I will be blamed. It was stick why then or stuck to the principles or stuck to the gowns and on no they take a decision me mukofa we mukofa santo mreme mukofa we mreme. Was he goalkeeper no? Me pe ball playing another ball playing goalkeeper. Munko that time not just supporters na yenya Petrovic. I know so them on go that coach said Dabi. Munko Villarreal. Munko for another goalkeeper view omra. For now Sanchez na me me number 1. What you say? Okay. Cucurella. Chelsea supporters na yentono or say Dabi. Miano. Munko Porto, Mukofa Viega and family, Mon forget Calafiori, Mukofa Viega and Fanny Breme. What shop, what cheap players on open? When now we are a Yibaye, Lavia Baye. I'm not happy, sir. Obi Enzo Fernandez to bench. Enzo Fernandez, we scared the court torn about. But coach didn't believe he said, this is my system, this is how I want to play. I will not please players. because at the end of the day I will get the sack. And today he is what he has. Why they was shocking Obia because this is the coach when he was coming. Among was a championship coach in Ekwakofanaba. Who is this guy? Chelsea Kwakofana Edinaba. But Obayeno, what just said, this is how I want to go. Some economy failure, I will take responsibility and I will accept the sack. But I will not compromise on anything. Ten Hag letting himself down when he compromised what he believes in and decided to do what he want. Please, whoever, I don't know. Minim adian o nipa kra no person be dey pleasing. The brand of football no more bono. Now who say counter attacking football say the ball na no mo bo akwes masesa players a good park so ye wini a nyame adom say Man United kwa ko ball a untumi fa won sense obo say Man United be den e be wini because on one breath watch Barcelona no wa share 7 the next match no wa 0-0 one goal crew to win share. Let me go what I say. Coach, yes, he was a fantastic man at Ajax, but he should have brought the Ajax policy principle now. No, the coach and then now Kodeba Man United for him to abandon that and to do things the way he did. I don't have any sympathy for him. And on Wakasa now letting himself down, he had opportunity to manage a big club like Bubuku friend Man United. At some point, any decisions being taken wasn't born out of sincerity. Cristiano Ronaldo they say, hey, look, if you don't want him, season never best starting now. What catch and say, chairman way, I cannot mean your day because anyone out on only near their tone, right? But Obayana and Koshiako meetings, oh, don't worry, build it around him near the idea. Then season started. As the pedigree send out here, match cost to a 5 minutes a man upon some warm up. That is disrespect. And look at how a year branch a friend, a year goalkeeper. No, the year. These are some of the things when you do, you are creating problem because these are institutions. They've built fan base in the club. And from the very beginning now. What good will say, you can fire as coach, fantastic coach from the very beginning, and I'll be Jim. Now I day, what clear omo, Mempet Ten Hag, Mempet, Digia, Mempet Ronaldo, Mempet Rashford, Mempet, Mummy sure say, Mumma is our players. What was the someone about brand of football? Say football never fair. Nay, who say, this is the direction we are going. To be a young players and now be bono you can see say it's a Chelsea day. It's a Chelsea and we need trophy be this season. Everybody will be satisfied because you can clearly see the trajectory. You can say no, the coach is on the right track, and when you are on the right track, and you like this, we need trophy. The possibilities of we need trophy. No. Do what take big decisions. So, Cobham, Chelsea say so about Chelsea. Yes, so your problem no. Maybe a United, maybe a Rashford money way no. Institution, team to the come you have problem. But Chelsea no Cobham say Cobham boys no wa mo ni be a problem eba. Ba coach e ba no o se mon get out. Nkomo a odi no e kire say masa de mo tete social media here na say no. Enya no na ye football no enya no e na ye me way. Dem ka want to say. So for Ten Hag to abandon Sanyama way na sticking with somebody like Maguire, a hobby be wakofa a fence, almost former player, almost John Evans. Now, almost match you see Lindelof, John Evans, and a Man United boom. You ask yourself, say, what is happening? You ask yourself, what is happening? Because we have coach, let me catch yourself about best 7-8 players or statue doesn't deserve so me band as a coach, based on the style or Obo any from the time or Obo for us now. He was playing Tadic. So then a preventive so be the Tadic ebeba. Then a preventive boy ya no or Bayern Munich ya we for Kofani. Liverpool kofani.
Gravenberg.
Then a preventive also kofano. Because they understood your system. Omuna ometimi the implement your system no.
Okay.
Easily.
Okay.
So you ask yourself say Enzo Maresca, Dewsbury Hall, okofana Dewsbury Hall ne ebe Achukwu Emeka na say even Gala. Dewsbury Hall onimbo boss since I to play. My coach said debut. Munkofa we mreme. This is the player I need. And that's all Fred Camper. Dewsbury Hall on Freno. Yeah, league ya boy. He wasn't on the bench. The player ain't complaining. Obia po mowa. But so what the Gallagher said the midfield the achi. Na say one friend or camper. You see obete the day.
Okay.
What I say sanyama we na Ten Hag den. Emma Edin nyanti ono de ono na akose ne downfall ene ayas. Enyama nhye dan ko yesa. Nti ebi obetuma akọ back na wakọ akoto aso.
Mate chairman mame na ose ewo wadwen sha odi aba. Money man mame ma so na minti na mene Vincent enyo amano na ye mra na ehwe fise benche na edwumadi ni baby.
Okay, HOD. We are starting free Eric Ten Hag at Man United for eja ne kwan say onko. I think so say obi ohwe nshow ni bi etia. I think after international break even on Southampton game na me ka say omunja ne kwan ma ne nko because onwa as a coach no do say list of boss say no style of play be from Ayas and Sanoba oba Man U no betu ni players with Van der Beek e won team num no munim the style of play no pe di young aka ne ho that was the style of play and so they started ye na nim so ba United in the first 2 games boy no person ball play from the back consider against Brentford and Brighton. So this is a coach I'll buy no on a style of play, but I think in the United setup no not emfa. But that is when as a big coach who step on grounds now we say these are the players who the boss a particular game no. But now edu baby no meaning say na ehun wenimu being at a bigger club compared to Ayas. Say na that time your man a chance man use academy players the young boys but ha no nya the opportunity. After Southampton game no omabo 8 games ome wini ba akope elusu mu 2 abo draw mu 5. So o share this performance Man United performance every time bia you beka Eric Ten Hag say man meka say the performance of the Man United Man United standard. Europa League untimi in that position 21. Na league untimi in that position 14. United standard no. But in a way no or no as a coach ne so abon ho fam because signings or eba club no the time or say almost 650 million in player signings. I need him to players or signing 80% players are on where you suda and our players are move free the Dutch land Netherlands. This is one thing omoba and you delayed performance, you Anthony performance. I think out of these signings ebia Onana any Martinez penebia may you missing chance at least omu put up some good performance even to the extent say Masarari Otto any by the club so the the left back position because look sure any Malancia injuries intino but play away by club no this season minute our ball the left back position in do 45 minutes in pool because Bono and in different positions now Dalo no obi enim say he's a natural right back or left back so ocean the performance in general on one I causing a downfall because enyama guess all tutu ni ye no tutu ni ye you games or starty Anthony press ni bisa no beka trom say Anthony performance or training good thing other players Ahmad ebe share 2 goals to us in 2 games in the next game no freezy boy na to bench na obo Rashford ewo position a ontimimbo yehu their game against Fenerbahce uyi ede your friend say Anthony by ebra na Ahmad tina bench aye the performance ye name the way a boy ni good so in general no one na causing the downfall in case United pamun did that but I think time gusu wo homo mbet my revive career mbet my revive this season based on coach ababe handle ye near to say Van Nistelrooy be take care of the club maybe kopim January how many coaches we be kasa coaches we be but I think performance Eric Ten Hag no one in the ball in home firm because list over about signings in Poso their signings are not pay but edu baby United or unnecessary signings back club numa emboa but any new coach or better team no be taking at least a season or 2 to get these boys working and a new players also coming in because mentality of the players have been poor and their in-game playing so have been poor in Germany West Ham we have chances or Messi, Dalo chance or Messi, Garnacho chance or Messi, even the performance of Bruno put up in that particular game. No, ebi wo ha nye coach in the fault because Dalo ball no nye coach in the Bible Chelsea bobo in the fafem. Okay. Nye coach in the Bible Chelsea as a professional player we busumi bi ana na watching bi etua aka no. Unim say sa ball we say na ese me bono. Inti those chances ne say ya emba coach in the side but in general coach in put up system put up players no emo mbobo inti the performance there in general though say the winning rate e was so obai in 2 seasons waji 2 trophies but eno nye United standard e wo team beat say West Ham team beat say Newcastle team beat say Aston Villa team beat say maybe even Leicester. With this performance, they will be happy with it because in 2 seasons with 2 trophies, winning rate was show. But United, European top guns are United count into non-person performance. Or performance of Europa, a very very poor from Champions League to Europa on 2 occasions or Wabo Europa. Very poor, and this is standard that United ain't accepted. Inti Jano Mejane Quine there, but I think Obeji compensation of 17.5 million. I say United etuyamano, and as your Mbeshe etuya so I think a new coach would come in January. Mbeshe we have any saying Van Nistelrooy for now. No matter if the new coach comes in, a new coach in the performance it was raw, then they will maintain Van Nistelrooy performance it was raw. Maybe they will maintain Van Nistelrooy for the meantime. But I think Man United in here. More a coach or a more progressive about style of play ultimu say about total football kaka saying the counter attack play or my boy free Moyes Mourinho any Oligan social ebepim Eric Ten Hag inti pamu no mapamu there. I think Chelsea fans na enyo there because no more chance or moon subenya a feel of Man United performance and Koye Sunday but in
the recent time we've seen Chelsea playing against United at Old Trafford. Yes.
I says our fixture no comes with a whole different thing. Yes, because on my ball 7-5 games. Chelsea for any beside the any day at the family to be up so Phoebe. In say do almost as I do almost na Adena Jiegu na but Eric Ten Hag on the United side on football side I think not club not the club ni any mu twifem dodo with the comments any press in Yamu Kikan or not the club in HFM. Mamisha Barcelona and Real Madrid game a course. Last week Friday, Mrs. said the defensive pairing between Rudiger and Militao ARDBA and Boa Madrid. And I name in game or mobile Barcelona. And Rudiger and Militao who am 1 year par on that particular day because Unimse Barcelona air high line. Se team bo high line meaning so me pushy abasro. And you, as another team, I only say you wouldn't be able to match the high line by breaking in their high line. You wouldn't also push forward. But the Osha Bona from minute 1 down to 90 minutes. Rudiger and Militao. No, my dream was Lewandowski. So seeing any other player on the pitch, into say anytime a Barcelona best start a ball. Now, Ombe imagine so much Lewandowski no. Ubehua Rudiger and Militao back so close to him so be foul on the ball. And that was very poor from 2 experienced defenders or Magic Champions League or at the highest level in football because you can't follow a particular player. You know who go at Barcelona, they were so far up to the extent say they couldn't control the back line. You know him say football from cones down to professional. The number 5 in the control game no. Say a ball high line, nipo about 5 in the chest. You him. You engineer how only the last man more the bare line. But in this particular game, the 4 and 5 year Militao and Rudiger were pushing so high to the extent say bedu be Real Madrid set up now. Na Mendy Vasquez Ejuno Mechi. Inti se omumpo yo Madrid so omo set it off say a dream ben and om de ko in the particular game o me pie to the extent say obi obejuno Mechi bia e o onside obetima shego. And they do who in Lewandowski first goal no share. And I think Ancelotti game plan or the call this particular game unso mboa because between Kamavinga and Chouameni, kese ba akotinase na Modric a starting game because Sebasa air ball high liner, you need someone to pass the ball in between them. Unim say 2 forwards are they are pacey, they can run. Until now, you need somebody to pass the ball. So between Vinicius and Mbappe up front, just a good pass will just set them up. And now in the midfield 4 boy Valverde, Bellingham, Kamavinga, Chouameni. Yenyi Bibian Tunchen, these 4 players are not good passers of the ball when it comes to the level of breaking a high line. And Untina Listo commenter Omeki on te against Chelsea, Yehun Kopama Indra giving a 60-yard pass to Pedro Neto, Nim Pedro Neto pace or Unim says a particular ball in case Sancho and Godberto Ninano, but Unim Pedro Neto Nina Huade in the pace or war, and Untina finding that spaces. And these 4 midfielders or ball, they can't find those passes. Inti anunti na basa for feel free. And na osha ball na ebe pre kwakodu anymore no ma set you off. You Mbappe on a day, I think the records on data. Mbappe set offside in 8 out of Madrid 12 for Munyae. It was bad. And Ancelotti, Ancelotti say about like game management, say be in game. Ya bo first half, ya ba second half. Obetima sanya ma ba second half nimpo de nyama bajibu ikra. Time abasa introduce De Jong. Say ombambe pe na afidie Pedri entimi nko nenim kakra no. You saw say now Barcelona were finding spaces in the Real Madrid defense and how with them conceding for even with Lewandowski and Rafinha to me convert your chances are maybe a behu like a 7-0 or maybe a 6-0 on the night. I think Ancelotti also share the game management, especially against teams they wouldn't sit back knowing say share and they wouldn't sit back knowing say they have big respect for Real Madrid they are playing. Barcelona on any day, even on their weakest form, would come and play against Real Madrid boot to boot. And I think in game no Madrid for Ambo Omomodem, but Oshe expected goals Omo put here 1.48 in case at least Madrid a share goal. Omentima share this particular goal. Now Oshe before the match in the best start, Yami Yama be posty on Instagram we say on a mission and be posty now after the game no or some be posty say mission pass yes obi obo video game bi anim Grand Theft Auto obi passing mission or more some particular graphics be on beto mission pass respect plus and no be posty after the game now hear the performance on the day not very good so o share the way ana Madrid fans ni ehu no any the chance on nyae etimi the right I need him send the right on time find the right in she goals but to me the right e converted that particular goal any performance at that particular age any ade ba kwa the La Masia Academy I said that about body a bomb because look at the setup Barca a parody young boys but on a bigger stage at the Bernabeu BBM you couldn't see anybody even like panicking on that particular day from Kubasi to Casado to Lamia who said they are playing the ball to say be omo La Masia maybe training be an La Masia match. They weren't scared of anybody. NHS said through a good academy you can get boys on the biggest stage they wouldn't shake. They will play to the highest level as we expected from. This is a particular game. Messi and so ever ball Mabaso. On Instagram, Ekachom say beautiful victory. In name say Messi still a Basso or don't know, but on the day, I think Barcelona Hansi Flick and Bonabasso. Now you expect to about with a high line, but on this day about with a high liner, still Madrid for intima anya go ba kumpo on this particular game.
Well, I mean, okay.
Mami share Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid a hani pa ye papa. Now last week me boss so say Simeone. Eso omo join hu mienu. I think edu baby a wache waye bibia mom. Be so omo ja no kwan man ko HOD. Because so omo last 5 games omo pick 1 victory pe omo lose 3 about draw 1. Victory no omo pick against Leganes. Me boss so Friday in Leganes impo di kan share and san omo ba betiti. Simeone this La Liga ebiawi Madrid ni Barca. Even for me nkasa Madrid ni Barca. It's a Barca mpa due to performance omo put it this season. Okuta one of the best attacking terrain La Liga musisia in Griezmann in the name Julian Alvarez for Man City performance of put here any Soler performance of Munye put but Simeone beko into game be formation of parry the 4-4-2 be 5-3-2-1 na in 4 no be born in a 4-4-2 no defensive minded midfielders en so ko 5-2-3-1 na ubehu Gallagher ubehu Depay ubehu Koke and uko in games like this team obeba with attacking football be punish you. The game against we Betis performance omo puti apa. So Atletico expected goals at 0.54. Chances omunya was 1. Omentima create chance. That chance is omunya almost say no. na Betis equity 4 big chances etimi MSA 4 nyina nti ko timi convert emu 2 nkwanke be hu a score line of 3-0 or even a 2-0 in that day. Into Atletico Madrid on this particular day, I think Eso Mudrin Simeone Humienu because what are attacking players now persist and Oko boot to boot with Madrid and Barcelona. Then these are particular games Eso winning. Who coach be too defensive minded how in games like this. Yen share Arsenal anyway my last game. On Arsenal any Liverpool game near course no. Abasubodi back am do ma Arteta and say coming to Arsenal in 2017 on my Arsenal for Kofa we were a friend in Nicolas Jova if we Man City or a set piece course or Man City. Now o share Arsenal or bar Arsenal no Arsenal share goals from free kick and a corner 44 goals and Arsenal inya in dress o share Arsenal any Liverpool game na time omunya free kick obejina touchline so any Rice edi nkomo on the way Liverpool for set you on the line for that particular free kick any the way on ball no and what to expect inti camera no obi o hwe ball no bi a camera no koda ne so ejina ho after Oma instruction to Rice on that particular free kick no ojina ho twen kopim so omo wie ne enim say the cross was so superb a connection Merino a connecting to ball quite bias will be an original be a beshe yemfa basbody ma Arteta on that particular thing because in himself in the Premier League Arsenal nya corner and omunya free kick closer to your poster a change so many penalty the percentage of them converting 80% and in a team in a league unya this particular things to help you because say unya set piece near too good for you getting 80% in converting it puts you there apart from say they converting it about set piece they are defending it well and they are the back where me the ball my basu but draw a game no it was a nice game Arteta on the other hand they do baby so on the bad side in game say do baby all lose player and a red card bad the way or approaching game no being so defensive because they were on not me who say in game no Liverpool for Abre for Chelsea to Leipzig and in this particular game no who break a crowd this was the time and case will take a chance no in winning that particular game but I think 2-1 up and Gabriel Efrimo no na afidi so more defensive share so betima maintain the 2-1 and Liverpool edit sa go no I think we ewa man on no me nyama ba kwa mienu ametachi on HOD
well mama na wase na Vincent mama ntie ososo na yenya ne emre fi na emehwe
yes, HOD, weekend way. I mean, there was a lot of exciting games, a lot of derbies, any classics. Of course, to because Spain and things so any Benedict account. But you see, proud to that game during the weekend because say Madrid best bear draw, and I think so now on the main yard say Mbappe, Vinicius, and it was so obvious that going to the game. I was so concerned about how Barcelona was going to set up. If Senkombe set up because by and I thought it was going to be something I never very good. But I mean the first 8-10 minutes, and I said no. Coach Ancelotti, I mean how our approaching game was different. Now I wasn't expecting Senkombe was again because HOD. Okay, game now. Madrid was doing 1v1 press. Keeper ball Nikita eye inaki pina. You will see Vinicius, Mbappe pressing Kubasi, any eye Branton Diani Inigo Martinez, and you see Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde, and all the players were doing 1v1 marking. And they are there humble because the moment on that 1v1, Kubasi and Pedri were able to resist that press no more. And anytime you be Biano, Ubenya either Alejandro Balde and Jules Koundé available because of the 1v1 press no more because they involve the goalkeeper. So the moment you involve the goalkeeper now I set baits in arm open to Ubenya another player ebe set pace now and you see another thing Ebom said the highline on Moyeno Ebom perfectly well. Highline on Moyeno I think say Mbappe and Carlo Ancelotti let's say team down tactically Hansi Flick ebo Carlo Ancelotti because the moment I won't say yes that's the first 30 minutes now Vinicius and Mbappe are offside more than 5 no someone say no they have to set up the team very because Madrid team no in as much as said no more 1v1 marking omunya baller no more limited option because they were now having a player like Toni Kroos and Luka Modric via Kubet decided the play of Madrid team so whenever they get the ball because Madrid Barca highline they want to I mean, pin the ball to Vinicius and I say Kylian Mbappe, and that was one thing. Make us say Kubasi any night because my highlight number we was so much say the moment almost say either Kamavinga or Valverde be bobo anybia because me I don't know why a player like Vinicius and Mbappe they kept on doing offside because Mbappe inquire offside 2 times because HOD on a good day say Uma Kubasi ejinaha Uma Kubasi ne Inigo Martinez omo in space na Mbappe and Vinicius Jomecha na bobo on too wide space. These players will pick the ball. The only player na be ankobe home press no and no highlight no and how they were going to attack the ball no Alejandro Balde on the only player na can pace no ebetimi match Vinicius any medical can say Abranta need Rodri and Bobin how omo yepa because if Rodri was in the game they will have 3 men nkombe penny ball na mon bat any confirm say omo both 2 top and Abranta there Jude Bellingham because of the number of midfielder now Barca wanted, they wanted to pack the midfield and they brought more perfectly well. But see the moment year off guard because we don't say Femi Lopez bar na Rudiger Diomachi Lewandowski bar na Eder Militao de Nechi. So the moment center backs will follow it will create space for either Lamine Yamal and Asa Branton and Rafinha and then the Boama Barca because na Madrid defense no wasn't in line. Because of that 1v1 personal no more anything, I'm a perfect defensive shape. But and no, make during the weekend, make us a Hansi Flick tactically. Opinion the Eric Ancelotti. That highlight on boy was a risk. Omuteki who compare the 2 games on boy against Bayern and Real Madrid. How I know my highlight? You both say Bayern in your 2 clear chances be a mamutimi ekra eshe go, but because Bayern was only having 1 player, no a pace. All speed in Abranta and the Serge Gnabry. Only person will be no pacer. None could beat him. But even on the compono, who say Paul Kubazi was so closer to Abranta and Eddie Jules Kunde. But here as the case, Basta Fana will say in terms of pace, Omuntimi and Yom. In the Omo highline, Omo Mani closer to the center line. Into the Untimi answer about one thing. Madrid, if you somebody doing say Omunya Bola, they were supposed to keep the ball in their half. For some time now, come out draw Barca for Naba. Then you have Vinicius and Inaki. At the place over ball now they won't be offside. But the moment Ombenya Bonibiano because we are first half. How I expected Barcelona to dominate the game. And yes, I mean because Barca dominated the game 52%, and Madrid especially the first half. So I think tactically, I mean the coach let them down. And you see that first 2 clear chances now. Mbappe and Vinicius say now offside and moves no it's going to be a very long day for them. I mean but kudos to Hansi Flick. This is the game amongst the original touch line throughout the game. Young Hansi Flick and not share Barca 8 not a touch line or share Bayer not a touch or that out. And I think that a no game no was something because prior to the game in my records be say the number of unbeaten runs are Madrid person and some of the records somewhere breaky and winning Barca 4 times consecutively was idea na Barca pay for the hierarchy na and they are 2 paying and say they don't have to lose this game. And I mean kudos to them. I think say tactically Ancelotti and Kylian Mbappe I mean they lost the game. How they approach the game, that 1v1 pressing no because we have Barca team now apart from their intensity no direct. And apart from the directness of me, chose players no obi to sell Lewandowski, Oshia Madrid Osheno. And then Rafinha, any Abranta and Lamine Yamal, on good form. So the moment Ubeye a least mistake, they can punish you and you be no more buyer. And that's why quickly also past week my Captain Hag as my mechanic say I'm being biased and I made them see a be coach. It was obvious. Said Ten Hag. Because of me by this week, me 2 stories about Ten Hag. Any Xavi, any trips are United CEO, and sporting directors, Ayako Spain. HSA, if Ten Hag lose this game, already the draw no against Fenerbahce no is saving space, and they were believing say incubating arena. And you see, Uber United hierarchy na HOD. This, I mean, Eric Ten Hag sacking Aban. It was unanimous. It was collective. because it got to a time Ineos for ever joining Glazers for paying for. Ineos when was no Ten Hag is a coach and the first season or also third and almost the last season a lot of injuries. That is when Ineos joining team no samano. A moment the contract extension to 2026, and with how Anyeme paying for believes that no, this is not the way because how they are playing, the players' commitments. I mean, Uchaki United currently, I must say, chances saying teams be and aside that. Uyi Crystal Palace and Saddam Zempa Omasha 6 goals. United ancient goals in team of the Premier League this season, and this is their worst ever starts into the season, and a lot of things say coach in more so. But I mean right now Oma decided say on permanent with with Openya almost CEO CEO. Yes, Yapamono. And I'm just say from this week now they were having that conversation.
Also right now to say they be
yes, Oma Pamano. And I'm just say it was unanimous. So BRG to say from the Glazers, from the Ineos, from Ashworth on the sporting director, and from Omar Barreda on the CEO now they decided say they have to because before Oma be Pamano. Now already medical name coach is big as before Ominisa Vivek as a Thomas Tuchel Edin Komo, but as to say Yebe Pam Ten Hag and I am pound because he's a coach summer. Almost supporting a man 200 million pounds at the market, and a lot of transfers in this decision be taken. Ashworth, any some of the sporting directors will say, especially buying Anthony for 100 million. Some of the transfers are why their betting was one of those things are not paying for anything. But I think say many things no not much now. You be remove some of the coaches are potential many can Kazevi Asem and Ruben Amorim in Commodity Diaba and they Stuttgart coach no. You didn't come on. Real Van Nistelrooy crampono. Then Ashworth money paying for me feel say. I mean, or the PSV, the Dutch Super Cup. So you man the opportunity, and some of the assistant coaches are almost stay here. And they hack a brand and Eddie Hack, non assistant coach. On so as to a Ruud van Nistelrooy. Baby, you not much now. Minya time every more. Now Meremu ever Chelsea. I said, but I say, may I bias, but we have to enter into Chelsea, especially. Nicholas Jackson. Medical say Jackson there. Menkwana minim dia brante no. Obeti an wabe. Me can be a man for say me be a mini. But the me who Jackson mu. The first door kick ball match was them say no. Me kasase mu ha ewo my bet or Africa TV say Jackson if of finding scoring scoring boot no e consistent ah. Utimi for Highland Crown to no. Me can people were saying say I mean my brother man na bibisa. But Usha Brante ni how he's developing because Enra game now no game me. If you build that play HOD, you only be advance say how Jackson build that play last season and even prior to this season cry first 2 games assistant because Onyabo or Chubaku no lay pass and no oh yes 7 times or Jibwa ni maka no wa lose no the ball either Cole Palmer and I say Abranta de Pedroneto. I think say United or Masaki Ten Hag no me asenka obianya senior ocean na Edru Chelsea enko so ya bechina she ni bi omakwa pam coach and when him say the women of pam coach bia no say interim manager o say player kra na coach a the one players ni bobo no na ya into the one pam Ten Hag pa yent man she ni bi pa de me but I trust in Enzo Maresca and Newcastle game no so no na me odmo ba me hwe how Ten Hag get set up against Newcastle. Nyame Wednesday best know about EFL and mean say the second team the ball and I don't see say your second team Newcastle can match your second team no obvious so Nyame much na ba menya tana me rewra sa
we are talking about Chelsea who free the trend of being a sports journalist to a fan
I didn't tell me no obvious say no I'm not yes you're not being fair to me whatever I say behind
I'm a Chelsea fan as you are listen whenever you are discussing say obi show me yesu ye ko show me look
that one
we free the line in of analyzing a game say who rem as a fan
actually United game with Chelsea I wasn't analyzing any game
that's all you are doing
you are not being fair to me that's what I make us say whenever I'm analyzing any Chelsea game especially prior to any Newcastle game me specific tactics.
I am talking about right now the OESC
and you're analyzing I was talking about Eric Ten Hag and sacking on my end and I made sure say prior to this week this is the 4th time and before I ever this weekend maybe can't say United needs to be and if you call comment section, people were saying say a man has every beden, but it tells you say the sacking after Fenerbahce game, make say if Ten Hag by the end of this month no or stay United na Emira could be and as a team no I get in shape. Into Makase Ten Hag ya pam no, but media baba say nyame adom money Chelsea nebo, but me kasa from a Chelsea perspective fan say obi e hye no na ya pam Ten Hag di e be say weekend Chelsea be hye no nti no analyze omoni Chelsea game ya asem bi na me de be fam keke
chairman Pacho Mate
so what to you not being fair to me say bia me the fan say me
bobo mo cuz fairness doesn't work, so don't worry.
Me can say you are not being fair to me.
Actually there is news circulating here and it is from a trusted place. So Madrid Entourage will not be going for the Ballon d'Or ceremony today, and they are picking the news that Abrante and Vinicius will not win the Ballon d'Or, and it's a mixed feeling.
Who
right?
is winning? Rodri.
Yes, because there is not only key resource no me and there baako ho na Rodri ne leading na baako so in na leading, and the people who are reporting, I think the one France journalist ND kind actually Vinicius will not win the Ballon d'Or, and if that is the case, then obviously Abrante Ayefreno, Rodri and a baby. I think that just a minute on that. Vinicius made Mark say what the club on Kwa Candia can maybe Nanko best and it all, but I did here the Copa Americano. I think they're known as a downfall. If you compare Rodri, what he has done for Man City, then the Spanish national team to win with, I know na and are giving us upper hand, right? And had Vinicius won, me sure San could be a bit problem. I believe, sir, Ebianca Rodri should have won when they won the treble. What I say, Rodri should have won when they won the treble. But I know I'm the man, Messi. Say we winning World Cup. What I say, Anna time is we winning double. Oh, a Champions League. No more winning Super Copa. And no more share Barcelona as a force.
Why Madrid?
Madrid. That's the only winning Super.
But I think Commune said Bilbao so beside the final.
So that's the Spanish Super Cup. Let me know what I say. And Champions League and the performance in the Champions League, was the best player in the Champions League. So he needed to be. But then as Premier League fan, I'm happy now. No, the insults in a Premier League. My players do was saying they winning Ballon d'Or near there. Now it has given me assurances. Players maybe I almost say if they leave the Premier League and go to the Spanish La Liga, in this case go to Madrid and Barcelona, that is the only way I'll make me winning the Ballon d'Or. I think that this time it will defeat that.
Okay.
And Rodri winning it means that Kopama can also win it. If so believe it, because the talent and what he is doing in the Premier League, people might think that say, I've seen Eden Hazard, I've seen Ryan Giggs, I've seen Paul Scholes, Mahmoud Mo Salah. I've seen a lot of players. What I say, but Kopama talent, any idea all your league, if the Chelsea players, especially the defenders and the goalkeeper, SOA the LF performance, and team stability, Kopama might score 30 to 40 goals because Chelsea is going to create a lot of chances. And he is going to be an integral part of that.
Okay.
Also, at some point in the season, not Chelsea goes to the upper, and it is likely to continue. They are going to score, and it will be a year Kopama and a bed. So this after say Bibiabe we are now Rodri winner. I hope that it will give him that needed confidence because this year and year Abrante friend Pep, likely say he might leave. So when he leave at the end of the season, maybe before next season, Andrew will be free.
Okay.
Will be free. Not then there will be a team and Osha Arsenal. They say Arsenal picky. They're supposed to win the league in the last 2 seasons. I was come to me the way. Omo picky. What I say, and it appears that this season, omo performance na head bafem. Omo si omo trase.
Okay.
They make out say so. Ebema who tells now we are rebuilding no. And with the talent at your disposal, no, when also to me putting yourself in a poor position to because Liverpool so likely so may lose Mo Salah. And when the Mo Salah is not there, you are taking about 20 goals from there. And the moment a Pep should be free on it, just say Ele Haaland so no likely. And in terms of say, maybe say Ele Haaland share 40 goals, Kupama share 30 goals. Likely say Kupama will win because he will do a lot.
Assist.
A lot, not even in assist. Obey a lot more to the team than when you stand to benefit from that. So you're sad for the people Omope Vinicius. Me we need ananka mini problem here, but sad. But then I'm also happy as a Premier League way.
Within 2 minutes, local league, no, so
yes, yeah, has a folk Lucy, and I'm not surprised. They met a coach, and I said they met a team in the last 4 seasons. They are not able to beat them. We are happy. They will go there and go and play draw all the time. Piano, right? All the time piano. Omoko, BBN. No more cobble draw. No more twenty. No go stars about the show. Last year, we show 1-0, and this year, so much show 1-0. What I say? And at the time, money on Bible, no more form. Now league, no more that sort. What I say?
I think from poor man, so he's really doing.
Yeah, he's doing, and he was doing the same for Bofakwa. And almost fixed matches near the idea on Bobo on Penintino, on Pamono, and then on call relegation. What I say? So he's a good coach. Or as our coaches now, mid-table team, or bit more managing a fine. And indeed, what the stability.
And I think that people should watch out for them. They can win the league.
They will not win the league.
No, they can win the league.
They can't win the
Why
league.
can't they win the league?
Kotoko is around. They can't win the league.
No, but when you look, Nasa Kotoko free, Kotoko Mfriga Kromwada. But we've seen clubs also winning. The reason why I'm telling you that
when Kotoko decides to want to win the league, Kotoko decide. They said this is the league here, but we win. And
you guys should watch maybe any good stars. Because in terms of everything, they also have it.
Me show me baby. You better go show me what has show me about.
You couldn't beat Baseke Holy Stars.
Oh, you know it is one of those things. So if you go now, you lead your man, then corner be na just them. It is one of those and places like that. Na first near kwa a defeat near there the defeat. And then you could break kuma pick 1 point. Yeah, we you kwenye na say na lugu akwa pick 3 points. Into Wednesday, almost share we are you be top we are. Then near Busua
and Kotoko, you are I mean who that believe they go to Kobeshe Legon City on Wednesday.
You be born therefore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vincent Mamintio. Yeah. Uncle your vision.
Oh yes, I think so.
Nations here
Nations for
me catch them.
And your first win of the first home win of the season. So I think
I'm sure say 3.
Yes, 3-0.
So and then kwani ya mutenten pa.
Kudos to them. So I think na say some boy kwan kra was saying abrankese. Ana
some matters almost say 1.
And I'm sure say kwan bet in
and almost say
2-1.
And who am I 3?
Oh, but still na kwan was say we come see here. So I think I mean kudos to them, but then we will bounce back and I think we can near Adriana Newtown. Newtown. I think Lions.
One word Adriana story.
Oh yes.
Listo. Born number about 3 minutes in that twice.
Yes.
Oh yes. That's the rule.
But 3 minutes in me more.
Oh, sometimes be a more manage ya, but a drew baby no. On the drew baby a born and almost more pitch no. Over here in the drainage system, Papa Biani.
Where club of Listo we say. Who said the beam about 3 minutes?
It happens.
Born in about 2-2 now.
Yeah, 2-2
now. Okay. Yeah, so I think Heart of Lions for after so much has to fall 2-0. Now Umunyanya win home, but I mean they scored in Suatrema. I think they did very well, and I think Kotokoso Enya a point. Baseke Holy Stars prior to this game, I mean they almost wait as so they have to win because no winning a chain so for almost 30 season you're not winning just a game against Karela home and almost home na kwa DB. I think so this season medium and the question so I mean there was a point I know many agree pass na pressure so that Kotoko. So and this their coach Abdul Ghazel is someone or no Edim Kotoko through and through. I mean he's been assistant coach for the team for so long, ever coaching team for some time, and I think it was a deserved one. The point in the second Kotoko and all the 3 maximum points, and it's going to be something bomb. So this is a team he has a game in hand, and if so or winning the game now is Obeko or name baby any Gold Stars will be at the top with the same point. I think they did very well, and Young Apostles so share dreams. Still dreams is here to get a win in the Ghana Premier League. Many can catch the Young Apostles prior to this season. Catch say when Chihono it would take just maybe Hearts of Oak and maybe Kotoko B. And it's Makoko picky points. If they have playing at the Wenchi Sports, maybe Mako Wenchi will bear 2 times. The kind of support and how that venue is going to be very difficult for any team to go and get a point there. So I think they did very well. Say at least Omonia, arguably their second win of the season. Wenchi.
Okay, I think we can with local league performance, good Kotoko getting a draw. I think send analyst to can be concerned as a Kotoko ball league in there as well. But I think being good stars on performance, a good pan looking at even beating a class of folk any performance on put up. They are on top of the table. Those are Kotoko one upstanding game of Bebo we near on also the same point with them, but any goal stars well goes ahead depending on goals across. I think they can win the league if they keep on playing like this. Across folk in in same
consistency.
Yes, I think a bedu baby we pick win after the about draw twice one after the about belusu. Coach Wataya or ya can one say more hasa. Media for no any headache and say team the perform into do baby unforgetting media for no performance the bar. In some to be trapped. So I think I don't know so ultimately because position on that 11th no. Yes, I na net show my dreams of course to say last season. The Hana no money na man the combat to relegation. Just what share on put the team in place, no put their performance in team joining the top half of the table.
Well, I mean now with your first and now my MYBET.AFRICA also you try with this one you I got blue mineral water. I'm gonna count me to the bro. Hit Mixer Studio or Hatcho, and in fear. The bro Sports Arena, and I would hear Yami Adre channel of the Enquacha. I was at about 12:30 to 2:30. The another edition of Sports Arena. As I the bro Oti Listo, what a Vincent and Canate Benedict, the money man, the entire production team. That one be the show. Hit Mixer Studio or Hatcho, and in fear. It will be the Calvin with me.